How do you know if you have found the one?
The One, the myth of the one. That was a video newsletter I did many, many, many years ago. So, number one, pun intended, I don't believe that in the one. So, it really depends on what your goals and your values are. Are you looking to have a family? Do you want to have kids? Do you want to settle down? Do you want a girlfriend? it it really depends on your outcome. So a guy that's talking about the one, I assume he's thinking about getting married. The Disney fantasy that he's got the one perfect person for him that's going to change everything. The reality is, attraction is not a choice, and women are going to treat you how you show up. So if you act like a bitch, they're gonna treat you like a bitch, no matter how much she's into you or she respects you or loves you right now. If you start acting like a bitch, whether it's 5 months into the relationship or after you've been together for 30 years, you typically get about 6 to 12 months to flail around, to be depressed, to have a hard time with a health challenge or a business challenge or whatever. And if you don't pull yourself up by your bootstraps and get yourself refocused on your purpose and your mission, your girl or your wife is going to lose respect and attraction for you over time. And so, how does a guy know that he should settle down with this girl or have a family, or if he's crazy enough, involve the government in his relationship? I personally am not down with that. I would get married, but it would be a civil type thing, and then any kind of property or assets that we had, we'd have a business partnership that would spell out what happens if we don't stay together, who does what, who's responsible for what, and you can come up with agreements that comply with the laws in your city, your state, and your country. Obviously, get an attorney to do that. But overall, this day and age, especially if you live in a blue state and you're thinking about involving the government in your relationship, and then you later want to get out of it, the downside risk is so bad for guys that and you figure 50, 60% of the marriages are going to fail. It's not a good investment. But say you've done your due diligence, you've dated plenty. The important thing is when you walk down the street with your girl on your arm, do you feel like I got the hottest girl that I could get? I'm totally content with her. In other words, you're not looking around at every other girl that walks by and going, "Damn, that girl's prettier than my girl. I'd sure much rather date her than my girlfriend." You shouldn't be thinking any of that stuff. But the reality is, no matter how much you love somebody, everybody that you love is going to hurt you, even your people closest to you. And it was like, I think we talked about this in a recent video we did. Like Bob Marley, one of the things he said was, everybody's going to hurt you, everybody's going to break your heart to some degree, but you have to find the people that are worth suffering for. And so, do you feel content? Do you feel like, I really lucked out? My girl is easygoing, easy to get along with. She communicates well. I just saw a video, an interview. It was really great. This guy, young guy, he was interviewing this older man. And this guy was in his, I think, his late 70s, maybe his 80s, and he was like just asking him for life advice. What's your best life advice? And he was talking about, he was married for 51 years to the love of his life. He says they never once argued. They always got along great. They had a very happy marriage. And he's like, I miss her every day. He says right now, he says, like, I'm just existing, trying to get through life, and I'm waiting to die basically, and so I can see my wife again. But when we were together, it was just easy. It was effortless. She was always nice. We never ever in 51 years argued. We always just got along great. So if you got a girl, it's easygoing, easy to get along with. She communicates well. She's got self-awareness. When she's cranky and she's a bitch to you, she'll come and apologize. Say, hey, sorry for being a bitch yesterday. It was that time of the month or whatever. I was just in a shit mood. Sorry for taking it out on you. And she'll make it up to you. And she's easy to be around. And she's loyal. And she keeps her word. She's honest. She says what she's going to do. And she's disciplined. She's a good teammate, your greatest cheerleader and fan. And like I was saying earlier, you're not like looking around going, oh, my girl's so much prettier, I'd like to be with her. When you've had enough, when you've sampled enough of the Baskin and Robbins 32 flavors, when you've enjoyed the whole candy store, you obviously should know what you like. And when you meet a girl that has similar goals, similar values, and you're gonna get married or you're gonna stay together because you want to form a family together, it's like you got to think in terms of, do I want this woman to be the mother of my children? Do I want my babies to look like her? Yes or no? You either do or you don't. And if you don't, then she's probably not the one. The one.
What would be like your number one? She has to have this character trait. Like you will not change your mind if she doesn't have
She's got
this.
to be nice to me and be easygoing, easy to get along with.
Mm. So just
That's a must-have. That's the well, you weren't here when Katie was here, my English girlfriend. I don't know if you saw any of those videos, but
no.
she's an angel. It's like we've never had any kind of friction that I could even remember, and bad kind of friction, obviously,
Mm-hmm.
where we disagreed or we argued or had a heated disagreement. It's just always happy, always bubbly, always
Really?
nice, always kind. And when you date somebody like that, comes from a good family, or she comes from a family of successful people. Her dad used to run the London Symphony Orchestra. Her uncle is in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, is a very famous drummer. She's a very successful doctor and chiropractor. Her dad and her dad's two brothers have a very successful business. Her parents her dad just loves her mom, dotes on her. It's like she's the center of his world. They have a really great relationship. They have a great family. They're really tight, and people like that are very, very rare. It's important, but
Yeah.
because life is hard enough. I mean, there's plenty of stresses and plenty of things that go bad. All you got to do is, drive on the road for 20 minutes and you probably get cut off by 10 assholes or 10 other people that are on psychotropic drugs that are just driving all over the place, driving slow in the left lane. And there's a lot to get pissed off in the world. And you want to come home to a girl who is easygoing, easy to get along with, and recharges your batteries, invigorates
Right.
you. When you walk in the door and she can tell by the look on your face you've had a difficult day, she'll come over and kiss you and hug you and tell you how much she loves you and maybe hand you a beer and pull your pants down and give you a blowjob and just to start the evening off. And how was your day, baby? That's what you want. Somebody who's nice to you.
Yeah. And
Some
vice versa. Like you just because this person's super nice to you and giving you all the positive energy doesn't mean to treat them like crap, and give them all your baggage that every time you come home all huffy and puffy, they have to bring you up. You should bring each other up.
Yeah, don't make your girl your mommy or your therapist. She'll lose respect for you. Even the women go, "Oh, tell me your feelings." It's like disclose all of it. Just talk all of it.
Yeah.
Don't. If it makes you look like a bitch, it's not going to help.
Mm-mm.
Discuss that with your guy friends or your therapist. Don't come home and dump your problems onto your girlfriend or your wife's lap. She's not designed to handle them. That's your job as a
Right.
man. If you are going to tell her about things, it's like, "Hey, this shitty thing happened, but hey, here's my solution." It's kind of like in the corporate world. It's like, don't sit there and complain in a meeting and go, this sucks.
Mm-hmm.
It's you can say, "Hey, this really sucks," but well, okay, what's your alternative? What's your solution?
Yeah.
Don't come to me with problems. Come to me with problems that you have the solutions for, so we can talk about implementing these solutions that you've come up with. And that's, but a lot of guys make the mistake. You're like, "Oh, I'm having a rough day. Let me just, sit there and whine about my boss to my girlfriend, my wife for an hour. And then when I feel better, she'll definitely want to have sex with me afterwards."
Yeah. No, it shows weakness. You don't want to do that.
She's not going to respect you. You're supposed to handle these things. And so you can inform your girlfriend or your wife, but you have to inform her of what you've already figured out or what the solution is or whatever, or how your plan of action and how you're going to deal with it.
Right.
Because when you come to her with a problem and you're like, "I don't know what to do." And if you're freaked out about it, she's going to be freaked out about it.
Yeah. Or like, yeah, have your solution and then your girlfriend can also help you with it too to give you more perspectives. And you can like bounce between and make your final decision. But definitely, yeah. Just good energy. You want to bounce good yin yang energy at all times. That's what I want, at least. I don't think I've had that in a relationship yet where we're both positive. It's always someone's the good energy and then someone's like the
The
shitty
cranky one.
energy. Yeah. And it's like this person's up here and then it kind of never goes balance. It's always up, down. And I finally want to be at it even where we're both just happy, content, and helping each other.
Are you happy and content most of the time? Or
Yeah.
are you a cranky person at times?
Right now, happy and content. Just
You
with,
can be sassy. Caroline, she can be a little sassy when she's
I,
not in a good mood.
yeah, not anymore, I feel. I've learned to balance it a lot. And if I'm sassy, then I won't let the sass come out. I'll just voice that I'm not feeling it today. I'm not. not good today, so don't spark it out of me. Don't let
Don't
that.
piss me off, damn it. I'll make
Yeah.
your life hell.
Like,
I'll piss in your Wheaties.
leave it alone. Just let it simmer and then it'll go away. But I've been pretty at ease, and therapy has helped a lot with that.